What's up, YouTube? This is Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris, back with a brand new video. So it's been a little bit since I've made a video of new books. I have gotten out to the shops. I've gotten a whole bunch of different stuff, but I just haven't had a chance to really get down and make anything. So I'm gonna try to make up for that. Put a bunch of stuff in this video from this week's haul, and over the past, I think maybe like 2 weeks. It's not too much, so shouldn't be too bad. As you can see, my area is a little bit messy. There's a reason for that. The reason being is that this week when they said that we were going to get the storm this up here, so in Boston they were saying, oh, the remnants, I think it was of Jose, that's what it was. The remnants of Jose was coming up this way, and they said it could still be a Category 1, which means flooding and everything like that. So I, like any other comic collector, got a little bit nervous, and I was like, oh, let me put all my books away and move all this different stuff. So I just kind of, picked up a lot of things and moved them over to the side, and kind of tried to get things out of the way. And in doing that, I kind of ransacked my place a little bit, so it's a little bit messy, but I'm in the process of cleaning it all back up and getting things back to where they need to be, so that it doesn't look like such a, basically like bomb shelter right now. So don't worry about that, though. Onto the books. So I'm going to go to just grab a few that came out prior, and not exactly even sure when I bought these. I know that I got them a while ago, but we got Secret Empire #9. I know the story's ended. I haven't finished reading it or anything like that, so I have to catch up and get everything all together. One of the really interesting things about this that's kind of fun is when you read the book, so the shield in between Secret and Empire changes throughout the story. So, it goes from being, I think, like a Hydra. It goes from being Captain America shield to a Hydra shield back to Captain America shield. So pretty cool. Thought that was kind of fun for them to do, but I have to, like I said, I have to keep on reading that and get through it. I haven't completed that just yet. Next we have Heathen #5. So Heathen took a break for a few months, and they went ahead and they were able to make. Basically, they just took a break, came back, have some new books for everybody. So this is issue #5. If you've read 1 through 4, story is really good. It's a book I definitely recommend. If you have the chance and you see it, pick it up. It does sell. It does have a low print run, but they have done the second printings on, I think, issues 1 and 2. So you may get a chance to get those ones. But if they are available in your area, I say pick them up and give them a shot. Next we have another oldie, Flash #29. So really cool cover on this one too, and this is a variant. So I like this cover, pretty cool stuff. Next up, we have really fun series. I hate Fairyland, but it says love, and you see how it kind of just the whole you just get that whole just high in the sky. Anybody who reads this series knows that Gertrude's hilarious, and she's ridiculously violent, and what she's done to Fairyland has been pretty crazy over the past 15 issues, and really, really fun book. You can find, I think, the first 2 installments, which is issues 1 through 5 and 5 through 10 in trade. Definitely fun. If you enjoy Scotty Young art, you'll love this book. Following that, we have Secret Empire #10, and cover kind of shows Cap basically beating everybody. So I haven't read any spoilers. I don't know how it ends. I will read it on my own, but as far as I know, Cap comes back to his senses and he stops being a bad guy. So maybe this is earlier in the book where he, maybe he's getting over before his mind comes back, or whatever it is that gets him to become the real Steve Rogers again. But anyway, like I said, I have to read it and get myself back caught up again. And then we also have Thanos, issue #10. Now, I heard, and I don't know, the cover kind of shows it, and not 100% sure how this came about, but in this he leads the Avengers, which is really strange. I think that it's just funny that, you know, the movie's coming out, you know, next year and everything, and you know, they chose to go this direction with them, which is like, if you're a fan of the movies and everything, and you go back to read the comics and it's just like, oh, I'll pick up a Thanos comic, it's gonna really confuse you why he's leading the Avengers. I mean, I don't know. I have to read the story, but just definitely seems like a kind of a strange direction to go with that. So moving on, we have Green Lanterns number 30, and I like this cover a lot. This is pretty cool. You know, Simon Baz's ring looks like it exploded, so he's in some trouble there because I don't know what's going to happen to him. Next up, we got Batman number 30. Really awesome series. I do love the way that they've done this. And you know, the Warren jokes and riddles is a pretty cool story. And this is the interlude, it says. So it's just like, you know, I feel like they're going to keep this story going for a long time. That's what I've heard, at least, is that, you know, they plan on, you know, running that for a while. Who knows? I mean, it could be pretty cool to see how they go about it. You know, Edward Nygma versus the Joker, as far as who's got the better intellect and everything like that. I think that really, it's kind of a, like, Batman titles on their own are kind of different because everything seems to be geared towards metal right now. But I think this Batman is staying within its own universe and not kind of jumping out into that, you know, metal story. I don't know. I haven't read any of metal yet. I think I'm just gonna wait for the trade. I don't really feel like it seems pretty cool on a couple of aspects, like you know, the Batman Who Laughs definitely is the star of the show at this point. People are super intrigued by him and want to know, you know, more about him, and the fact that his introduction was pretty crazy, and that I think is what grabbed so many people to be like, oh no, like that's gonna be it. Like I think at the end of Metal, when they usually end a crossover, like a big one like that, they usually tend to keep like one character and move that into like the regular universe at some point. So I think that Batman Who Laughs is definitely going to be the one who moves forward. It won't be Red Death. It won't be you know, any of the other Batmen. You know, it's going to be Batman Who Laughs that ends up being the guy who makes it into the DC universe and causes some trouble. I think as a character that, you know, maybe cameo here and there and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm going to wait for the trade for that one. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and buy the single issues. I already have a lot as it is, and I don't really think I can add that to my poll as well. But anyway, moving on, we have Flash number 30. Again, another variant cover. Not to say that the regular covers aren't good. I just for whatever reason, I just like the variants a little better sometimes. That's just me. I mean, I tend to. It's funny because for the Green Lantern, I like. So Green Lanterns, I like the regular covers usually better than the variants. The Batman series, it's a toss-up sometimes. Tim Sale will do the cover, and he does a really good one. And there's other times where the regular cover is really good too. So I just kind of flip-flop a little bit back and forth on those ones. But for Flash, it seems pretty consistent to me that I take the other covers. Usually 90% of the time I'll go with the variant. I guess I just prefer the you know, guest artist to come in and do it. I don't know. Next, I picked up a book that was kind of, I've never heard of it before. I guess it's been out for a little bit. It's been out since 2014, the initial first series of it. But I saw the cover and I was like, you know what, this looks pretty cool. So, initially, and I saw the cover for number 2 first. But this is called Ghost Wolf, The Horde of Fangs. It's by Amigo, which is, you know, they're a smaller group. They're the guys that made Unleash and stuff like that. They pretty much have small print runs, and you know, their stories are pretty cool. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up. It says here, you know, when 2 demigods aren't enough to defeat the Horde of Fangs. So I'm not sure what that's all about. And then next, you have issue number 2, and like what I said, the cover stood out to me. It looks pretty cool, you know. Just to see that, and I guess this one, you know, title, Not Even God Can Resist the Spell of the Horde of Fangs. My guardian, my enemy. So apparently this guy is under the spell of control of the Horde of Fangs. I'm going to have to read these and check them out. I'm hoping that my shop will get all 4 issues, and I'm hoping that I'll be eagle-eyed enough to go ahead and find it before it ends up, wandering off shelves. It's only a 4-issue run, so, I'll read through them and, let everybody know what I think about it. I figure can't go wrong with this. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Kind of has like a almost Conan the Barbarian type feel. So, worth giving it a shot if you see it. Like I said, low print run. So, if you're into indie books, if you want something a little different, if you like books that are potentially more rare than others, Ghost Wolf should be one that you should be picking up. The original 2014 series, I mean, also put out by Amigo. I'm not sure. I've never seen it before, so I don't know if it's really expensive and rare, and if you have to go to eBay and pay through the nose for it, or if it's just something that you can hopefully be cool and find in a dollar bin somewhere, or back issue bin somewhere. But I don't know. Next up, I got a couple of the other older books, I think, and then we get into the stuff that came out like this week, basically. So picked up 7 to Eternity, issue number 9. Really good series. Really enjoying what they've been doing with this. The first 5 is out in a trade, so get that if you haven't been keeping up and you want to check this out all at once without having to go back and buy the other issues. I know the first issue is pretty expensive for now, so if you can find it somewhere, pick it up. But if you can't, get the trade, and then just kind of pick up as you go along. And then also we have Darth Vader. This is issue number 5. I really like this cover. His eye hole's been broken. Kind of see the burnt skin of Anakin and everything like that. So I haven't had a chance to read this one. This is a really good series, though. Surprisingly enough to me, they found enough creativity to make a pretty awesome story having to do with Darth Vader. And he's a character for the most part. I mean, his entire story, his whole journey. But this little hole in the series from basically Rogue One, or from when Revenge of the Sith to New Hope, it is really just kind of, they filmed that in really well. And, I think that this is kind of a surprise in the series where it's just like, Darth Vader is a great character, awesome overall villain, and just a strong driver of that series, the whole saga basically, episodes 1 through 6. But you figure his story's already been told, so how can you put so much content in the middle? And they're managing to do it. So it's a really, really good book, and really fun. Series 1 was really good. Volume 1, I should say, was really good. Volume 2 actually is just as good. So another book that you should be picking up if you haven't done it already. Next we have image number 1 that came out that I'm sure most people picked up. This is Realm. This is actually a really fun book to read. I read this on my way back from the shop. I like how it's kind of post-apocalyptic, world where there's some magic. There's still some remnants of the original world where everything was, but just a lot of different stuff going on in this one. The main character is really cool. I like him. So this is one that I'm actually happy to be picking up. And as far as, so this basically replaces Reborn in my pull, where it's just that Reborn I really liked. I thought it was an awesome book. And this kind of has a similar feel to Reborn. Not 100%, but similar feel. And just, seems like it's going to be a really fun, good read. So definitely happy about that. And everybody who, is watching, if you go tomorrow night, it's 9 p.m. Is it Eastern? Either way, tomorrow night on All About Comics, Undisputed Frost is going to have the colorist from this book on doing some Q&A. So definitely check out All About Comics. I will put it in the description, the link, the time, everything, so that you guys can check it out. It's going to be a really cool show. And like I said, this book just came out. Really fun. I'm sorry about that, Claire. Really fun read, and it has potential to be something really good going forward. So check that out, and check out Frost with the Q&A, with the colorist from Realm on Sunday night, tomorrow night. All right. Next we have Spider-Man number 3. Kind of a cool series, figuring out what's going on with the 2 separate Miles Morales in the universe. So definitely a fun one. Next, you have Green Lanterns, plural, and this is number 31. And like I said, I tend to stick with the regular cover on this one, so cool with that. And next, and like I said, I usually do a little bit of a flip-flop here and there, but this is issue number 30. I'm sorry, Batman issue number 31. This is the regular cover. I'm curious too. I should go back and take a look at one thing. I probably should have done this before I came on, but wasn't sure if. No, doesn't seem like it. But I was gonna say I didn't know if these two kind of connected, but they don't. But issue 31, more of the jokes and riddles. So pretty cool. I like how both covers kind of have different people for the most part. I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, so there's like Riddler has his little squad there, and then Joker has his people on this one. Really nicely done covers on both of these though. So definitely have to get into these and read them and have some fun with that. Finally, last book for this haul for new books, we have the Venom Eyes cover of Amazing Spider-Man number 32. This is Venom Eyes Green Goblin cover. Really, really cool art on that one. I normally don't go for the Venom Eyes covers. I know that that's the big thing that people are chasing around and looking for. Some of them haven't really been all that great, but this one's been pretty cool. And the Doctor Doom cover has been pretty cool. Like, I saw it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to grab it. I think it's pretty good. So that's it for the new books. And then, as always, I say to everybody, you got to pick up a back issue, do your thing. So I'm not here to disappoint. I'm not here to be a hypocrite and say, go back on my word. I did buy a few back issues. These actually, I lucked out and, got these for $1 each, which was really, really cool because, it's books that I was, looking just to add to my collection. Nothing super key about any of these, I don't think, really. But just helps me expand my run. So we have here, starting it off with the first one, Uncanny X-Men number 157. This, I guess, is the Dark Phoenix returns from the dead. She's, she died only to be reborn again. So really cool. Then we have issue number 173. Pretty cool cover there. Everybody knows that cover. It's been swiped and stuff like that. This is issue number 175. I cut that open and read it. So this is issue number 175. The hardest part with this shop, sometimes they like to use the clear Scotch tape, which is really, they should ban that in comic shops because clear Scotch tape seems to be stickier than the rest. So what I do with these is I just cut the tape and then I, go ahead and read it that way, because if I try to pull it out, I'm going to ruin the spine of the book. But this is actually a pretty cool issue. Mastermind takes over, basically he takes over Scott's mind, Scott Summers, and has him turn against the X-Men for a little bit, and, pretends to be the Phoenix and everything. Pretty cool series. And I remember, too, like, I've seen this cover a whole bunch of times, and I was always confused, because I know that, the Dark Phoenix run basically ends in issue 138 or so. Like, she's dead completely and everything like that. But the thing that's crazy with this one is just that, this is 175. I mean, it was so far down the list. I'm like, 175? That's so far away. And then, went ahead and read it and understand now that, basically Mastermind was just messing with everybody. So that's pretty cool. And then this one is issue number 205. I want to say, and I don't know for sure because I haven't ever read this, but I want to say that this is where they explain how Wolverine got his adamantium, or basically so they explain how he gets his adamantium, and I know that they get further into it, and I think it's Marvel Comics Presents. You have the whole Weapon X origin story in there, so definitely cool books to have. Definitely cool to expand my run of Uncanny X-Men. So with that, I'm gonna get going. That's everything that I have for the last 2 weeks as far as new books are concerned. I do have a bunch of back issues that I have to show, and I'm going to do that for another video because this one's actually gone a little bit longer than I would had hoped that it would have gone. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I will be making another video just to show some of those back issues and things like that. So, thank you for watching. Again, this has been Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris. Again, watch All About Comics tomorrow night. Undisputed Frost, again, is going to have the colorist from Realm on for a Q&A, so check that out. I'm going to get going. I got to go ahead and enjoy my Saturday. Really cool note before I go. So, where I live, they're having kind of a, just a nice festival, whatever. And part of that festival is they got George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic to play the show for free. So I'm going to go see George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic for free today, which is going to be awesome. So I can't wait for that. But anyway, everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy everything as far as your weekend's concerned. Have some fun. I'm out. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.